working more equations that involve fractional expressions. This will be a special one. We have t over t plus 4 plus 4 over t plus 4. Is plus 2. It's about to write equal to 2. So what we're going to do is multiply through by, you could say, the LCD. Which will be t plus 4. So we're going to multiply t plus 4 all the way across to get rid of this fractional expression. Okay, so we do it to every term. And we've really kind of ran out of room. That's okay. So I'm writing times 2 is equal to 0, even though you can't see it. We'll get to it here in just a minute. So what happens? These t plus 4s cancel out. You're left with t plus, these t plus 4s cancel out. So we're left with 4 is equal to, and then, whoops, it's not equal to either. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and write the t plus 4 over here on the right hand side. And yes, and that was all equal to 0. Equal to 0. So now we're going to go ahead and rewrite this. So we have t plus 4 plus, distributing this t across, so this becomes 2t plus 8 is equal to 0. Now we want to collect up all the like terms. So we have a t and a 2t, so that makes that a 3t. We have a 4 and we have an 8. So we're going to say plus 12. And that's equal to 0. Equal to 0. So at this point it should be pretty trivial. Right, subtract 12 from both sides. Or you can think of it as just moving 12 over to the right and changing its sign out front. And then we multiply by the reciprocal of 3 to both sides, because we've got to get that coefficient in front of t to be a 1. So now we're left with t is equal to 12 over 3, which actually reduces down to 4. Now we want to always go back and check to make sure that 4 is our solution. So let's come back up here to the top. Actually, something I left off here, and that was the negative. See that? I went back to check that, and I was like, something's not right here. So we had a negative out here. I just brought it out front. So this solution, and you probably saw it and was yelling at me, is actually -4, not +4. -4. Okay. Okay. Because we knew if we plugged in a +4 into this thing, because we're summing all these together, that this number was definitely going to be greater than 0. But if we plugged in a -4 into this, what you have is -4 plus 4 is 0, and you can't divide by 0. So -4 is not a solution. It was the only number we could come up with, and it was still, this is not a solution. It really has no solution, and this is known as an extraneous solution, they call it. Extraneous. Let's remember that word. Extraneous. It's extraneous. Okay? Because we can't divide by that number. We get 0 in the denominator. And anytime that happens, they call this an extraneous solution. Right? Okay. So you know where to go. I'll see you in the next video.